Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sal Stretford. Sorry about that, guys. I clicked the wrong stream. I actually clicked the watch along. That is absolutely crazy of me. Sorry, guys, about that. Yeah, you know what? Let's carry it on. Man United are looking to build the new stadium. Lots of news going on about the stadium in regards to Manchester United, etc. And you know what? The new stadium looks promising. It looks exciting, guys. But you know what? I believe it when I see it. I know that they're going to get the government involved in stuff like that in regards to the new stadium. They're going to try and you know what? Manipulate us again, isn't they? They're going to manipulate. I've seen lots of great photos, lots of lovely photos and stuff like that. But you know what? Let's carry on with Ruben Amorim's presser. Sorry, guys, about that. Really confusing. Sorry about that. Good evening. Sorry, Kazi. Big up, everyone. Sorry about the confusion with the streams. Of course, thank you so much for joining me. And thank you so much for staying patient as well, guys. Really, really appreciate you guys. Absolutely. I've been rushing around all day. It's been absolutely madness. You know what I mean? I've been trying to do things and stuff. But thank you very much for everyone who stayed patient. Big up. Qatar would have been better. Absolutely, Kazi. Qatar would have been better. Qatar would have been much better. Of course, guys. Let's get straight into it. Let's get into some more of Ruben Amorim's press conference. Of course, guys, that is important. In regards to what Ruben Amorim is doing and stuff like that. So let's have a look at what Ruben Amorim said as well in regards to the press conference. Of course, guys, let's get straight into it, shall we? Let's get straight into it.
Ruben, is the lack of time at Carrington one of the reasons why you've struggled a little bit when it comes to set pieces? Because another goal from a corner today, is that something that you want to work on and get better on?
Everything, but today it was like it seems like a simple header. So sometimes you are in the moment that everything is against you, but then in the end things change. We managed to win, but of course we need to improve. We play against the best team maybe in the world with set pieces. We did a very good job, and like I explained to your colleague, that this season is going to be like that, and we have to improve in all the areas of our game.
Last two, Pete and Fred.
Hi, Ruben. Are you concerned by Rasmus Hojlund's lack of goals recently? No goals in 8 now, and not only that, he's not getting the goals. He's not really getting as many chances as he has.
I think it's a team problem, and you can see it is not just from now; it's from the past. So we have clearly a lack of goal and a lack of threat. When you threat the opponents maybe don't press you so high. So everything is connected, and all the players have moments in this season. I think when we start this journey together, Rasmus was the player that always scoring. So he can come back in the next game. We will see. But I think it's more a team problem than Rasmus' problem.
Ruben, you were talking about investigating the reasons behind not being able to play the same level as against Arsenal and Liverpool games like this. Now we have Brighton. Do you think that maybe it's because this squad might be built for a better fit to be reactive and transitioning than taking the lead in matches?
I think this is something that you can see from the past, and we were in the past a team of transition, and we still are. And you can feel it. To create chances in the final third, we struggle a lot. But for that, I think is the most. I said it before the game. Is the most difficult moment to train. Is that against slow blocks, trying to create situations. So I think is a team that feels more joy to play, waiting for the play, and then in transition creating problems. So it's something that we have to change. To change, we need training. So to have time to change, also we need to win games. We try to do that. Thank you, guys.
Great words there from Ruben Amorim, guys. Great words, Ruben Amorim. You know what? The one thing I like about Ruben Amorim is that he deflects things. He doesn't like, you know what, feed into the media what they want you to do, because you know the media, they're fishing, ain't they? They're fishing for responses from Ruben Amorim, and you know what? Not with Ruben Amorim. Not with Ruben Amorim. He's absolutely, you know what, diverting things away from him. He's like, tough, don't talk to me about that. And just completely contradicting what they're saying. Manchester United are looking to build a new stadium, as I've been talking about, 100,000 seater stadium, of course, guys, up to 100,000 seater stadium. In regards to the latest news going around Man United are looking to start the rebuilding as soon as possible in regards to the new stadium. Now, look, you know what? I know what you're thinking. I know, like, you know what? This is in your spin. The Old Trafford Regeneration Task Force has completed its initial feasibility work into options for a new or redeveloped stadium at Old Trafford as the catalyst for social and economic renewal of the surrounding area. An options report has been submitted by the task force to executive bodies at Manchester United, Greater Manchester Combined Authority and Trafford Borough Council, setting out a once-in-a-generation opportunity to transform the historic industrial engine room of Greater Manchester into a vibrant new driver of growth and innovation in sports, entertainment, business and education. The vision for Manchester United to develop a world-class stadium acting as a catalyst for a wider generation of re-energized Trafford Park, which initially findings suggest could deliver an extra 7.3 billion gross value added to the UK economy and more than 90,000 employment opportunities. That, of course, is if the government accept their proposal, of course, guys. That is if they accept their proposal. They have to accept their proposal at the end of the day. That is obviously very, very important. And this is what we're doing. We're getting money from the government. We're getting money from the government. And to be honest with you, you know what? If it was Qatar, we wouldn't be getting money from the government, would we? In other news, guys, Garnacho's bid has been rejected. Napoli's bid of 38 million euros has been rejected by Manchester United. Nowhere near enough in regards to valuation. We are miles apart. But Chelsea have come in and started sniffing around Garnacho. Guys, Garnacho's such a bad player, isn't he? He's so bad that Chelsea want him. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And they know that he's going to be value for money. They know that he could be a great asset for them going forward in the future. He knows that they can. And to be honest with you, you know what? It is what it is, guys. Big up UK Rap. How you doing? Big up Kazi and stuff, guys. Again, sorry for the confusion earlier. Clicked on the wrong stream. Sorry about that, guys. Kazi, Qatar would have been better. Absolutely, Kazi. I agree. 100%. 100%. Yo, Sal, Sunday is going to be a tough game. Yes, Rasta. Going to be a very difficult game. I'm foreseeing a difficult game on Sunday. Absolutely. Brighton are not Southampton. You know, Brighton are a decent outfit. They did win against Ipswich Town the other day. So they are a decent outfit at the end of the day, guys. So, yes, that is. AC Milan called their interest in missing title because he's taking their time, isn't it? Kazi, he's good. They're now looking at Carl Walker. AC Milan are looking at Carl Walker because Rashford is holding them to ransom. Rashford has said, I'll give you an answer. When I'm ready, I'm going to give you an answer. That is Marcus Rashford at the end of the day. And you know what? He's really, really digging his heels in when it comes to staying at Man United at the moment, which is disappointing. Very, very disappointing, of course, because at the end of the day, we do need the money. We do need to clear his wage off the books. But it looks like he's acting a bit like a sport brat at the moment, if I'm being honest with you guys. And to be honest, sad that he's acting that way, but it is what it is. And we have to understand that, you know what, he doesn't want to leave, does he? He really doesn't. Big up, Darko. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for bearing with me in regards to the confusion and stuff like that, guys. Thank you very, very much. Scott McTominay is pushing for Garnacho to sign for Napoli. It is said that Scott McTominay has been speaking to Garnacho in regards to a move to Napoli, but Napoli are far off the valuation that Manchester United have set for Garnacho in regards to a 75 to 80 million pound release clause. Napoli only want to pay around 38 million euros. So that is way off what Manchester United want, and Manchester United are requesting, of course. I absolutely agree. I agree that Garnacho shouldn't be sold for that amount of money. No way, Jose. No. No way, guys. He shouldn't be sold for that amount of money. Needs to be a lot more money than that. They need to be a lot more serious than that, guys, at the end of the day. They really do. Guys, absolutely, absolutely. Big up, Darkro. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. Hope you're doing well, guys. Yes. So that is interesting. That is obviously very, very interesting going forward. And you know what? I'm all ears on what's going on about Man United. And let's watch it. Let's watch this unfold. Lots of people don't want Garnacho to leave. There are a few people that want Garnacho to leave. There's lots of people that don't want Garnacho to leave. But at the end of the day, look, we shouldn't be a selling club. We shouldn't be a selling club. We're looking at the government to fund the stadium. You're looking at selling our young talents to fund transfers. What is going on at Man United at the end of the day? How can this be going on at this club? We've never been a selling club. In the past, we've never sold our best young talent. We would never sold George Best. At the end of the day, we would never sold Cristiano Ronaldo when he was young. We would never have sold Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Ryan Giggs. We wouldn't have done that at Man United. That's not the sort of thing we do at this football club at the end of the day. But I was, in regards to Ruben Amorim's press conference, very delighted with what he had to say, deflecting everything that they were saying, talking about his substitutions, not understanding the fact that we played Arsenal the other day. And to be honest with you, you know what, went to extra time, 10 men. What do you expect these players to be? Some of them are going to be tired, isn't it? Some of those players are going to be knackered. And that is what happened. A lot of these players were knackered. A lot of these players were tired. And at the end of the day, that's not Ruben Amorim's fault. He has to substitute his players. These players need a rest. At the end of the day, there was no excuse for the performance. The performance was diabolical up until the substitutions happened. But, Ruben Amorim's in-game management was absolutely incredible. It was brilliant in-game management. And I was so pleased with that, of course. But Brighton will pose a different threat. Brighton and Hove Albion are a different animal as opposed to Southampton, of course. So we're going to have to look out for that, guys, in regards to that. And we're going to have to hope that Man United don't give Brighton any spaces. Brighton be looking at the space. They got Danny Welbeck and all that. You know what Danny Welbeck's like. Danny Welbeck loves to play a game against Manchester United, doesn't he? At the end of the day, he does love to play a game against Manchester United, doesn't he? And to be honest with you, that is Danny Welbeck, And, they've got James Milner as well. You remember James Milner? You remember James Milner? My goodness me, And so guys, you know what? I'm just looking forward to the game. I want the game to start. It is on Sunday. I will be here live for the watch along, guys. So let's hope. Let's just have our fingers crossed that we don't do anything silly and we don't lose that game. I would love Man United to go on a nice winning run. We need a winning run. It's been a while since we've had a winning run, of course, guys. That winning run, hasn't happened in a while. 6, 7, 8 games I'm talking about. 6, 7, 8 games, of course, winning run, of course, guys. Absolutely. Yes. So, basically, Ruben Amorim's had his press conference. Manchester United are preparing for the game. And I want to ask you guys, how far can AMAD go? AMAD has been great this season. I mean, he has been pretty quiet. He's been quiet a couple of games, but that you expect as a young player. But I want to know from you guys, how far can AMAD go? Can AMAD reach the heights? Can he become a Manchester United legend? I don't want to put too much pressure on him, though. I don't want to put too much pressure, but it does seem like he has the mentality and I mean, dare I say, he's got the guts, do you know what I mean, to take Man United forward. You know what? He almost single-handedly won us that game yesterday. He took it by the scruff of the neck and won that game yesterday. So that was brilliant. And I'm interested to see your opinions on how far you feel that AMAD can go in this team. Because I feel like he could become a Man United legend, all being well, of course, guys. And of course, I don't want to put any pressure on him. But you know what? He does excite me. He's got that personality. He's got that belief. And you know what? I'm happy about that, guys. I'm happy about that, guys. Of course, guys. Absolutely. Okay. Yes. So, guys, any other news in regards to Garnacho, in regards to Chelsea? Look, Man United. Imagine Man United sold Garnacho to Chelsea. And Man United, imagine that happened. Imagine, he went to Chelsea and absolutely killed it. Imagine how we would be feeling if that happened. Imagine that. At the end of the day, I don't want that to happen. I don't want anyone in the stream wants that to happen. So at the end of the day, we have to obviously be smart and not... Look, if someone comes in with an £80 million offer, guys, we might have to consider it. But even then, I'll be doing it with a grimace. But you know what? When Chelsea come in, we don't sell our prize assets. We don't sell players, young players like that to Chelsea. At the end of the day, Chelsea sell us Mason Mount for 55 million, guys. And we're going to try and sell Garnacho for 50 million. How does that make sense? Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. Rasta, regardless of anything, we still have to try our best to climb the table. Absolutely, Rasta. Look. At the moment, Rasta, we're not where we want to be, bro. We're not where we want to be. But you know what? We have to climb. We have to climb. We have to keep winning games. We have to make sure that we're looking after ourselves. And you know what? You never know what can happen. If you win 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row, what can happen? Anything can happen in football. This is the thing, it just takes a few wins and those teams above you to drop some points. And then you're looking at, you're up to 7th, then you're up to 6th, and then you're 5th. And then you're thinking, we can get into the top 4. Look, we've lost league titles with a month to go, being 8 points clear. We've won league titles with 12 points behind when we were 12 points behind in January. Now, Man United can do it. It can be done in football. It has been done before. Man United can catch up, but we must look after ourselves and make sure that our own house is in order. We must make sure that we are winning our own games. And that starts on Sunday. Sunday is the game, and next week is the game. We got Fulham next week away, and we got Sunday, we got Brighton. So those 2 games are incredibly, incredibly difficult. Of course, guys. Big up, Afro Soup. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well from Cape Town. Sal AMAD is humble, down to earth. His mentality is second to none. Imagine how he was treated by the previous regime. Look, I have no idea why he was dropped. I have no idea why he wasn't played, because Forson was played ahead of him. I mean, that's where we do, innit? Managers always have their stumbling blocks, and I don't know why AMAD was not played. I mean, AMAD is an absolutely phenomenal player. Most of us can see that, of course. Most of us can see that. He was a phenomenal player from a long time ago. But yesterday showed me something different about AMAD's character. It showed me that he's willing to dig in. He's willing to fight. Regardless, he's willing to fight, And he could have easily said, I've had a bad game. This is not my day. I'm just going to give up. But he didn't. He kept going. He kept fighting. And that's what I liked about AMAD yesterday. Because it epitomized Manchester United when I saw AMAD yesterday. It epitomized who we are as a football club. Because over the years, we've been far too quick. We got the defeatist mentality. We quit too easily. And that's it. Even some of our fan base, at halftime were saying Amorim out and things like that. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. You know what I mean? At the end of it, it's crazy that, at halftime, I was the cheerleader for some of the fans. I was like, come on, guys, we can still win this. We can still win this. And you know what? People say, no, we're not going to win. We're rubbish. We're this and that. And what happened? It can happen. I'm not saying that Man United played great. I'm not saying that. And Ruben Amorim said it in a press conference that, mate, we are not good enough at the moment. We need to improve. Of course, we need to improve. There's lots to improve. But you know what? After you come out of a game against Liverpool and then you play against Arsenal with 10 men for 1 hour and go to extra time and win on penalties, you can expect a little bit of rustiness, don't you? You can expect a little bit of tiredness. Mainu looked tired. Yeah, Ugarte was tired. But you know what? That is natural for footballers. That's natural when you play so much games, of course, guys. And you know what? You went to extra time with 10 men. The amount of miles, the amount of effort that they put in that Arsenal game was astronomical. And I'm surprised that the media are not mentioning this. They're just too interested in twisting the fact that, Ugarte got substituted. Why did Ugarte get substituted? Blah, blah, blah. Just stirring the pot somewhat. Do you know what I mean? It's disgraceful at the end of the day. Gladiator King, what's going on, my friend? I'll be doing well. Hojlund is like a pinball. Whenever a long ball reaches him, he'll either lose position or it bounces back to a defense. I rarely see him collect the ball and dribble pass. I think I've seen him last season do it, Gladiator King, but this season I don't think he's been as good as he has been last season. What I would do at Gladiator King, I think what would be great for Rasmus Hojlund is if he goes on loan. I don't know what you think about that, but I think it would be great if he go on loan. If he went on loan, you know what I mean? That would be great, isn't it? Get a little bit of fitness, get a little bit of match, a bit of experience. Maybe he went to Germany, maybe somewhere like that, get some goals, get your confidence up. Because we all know he's a good player. How good he can become, that is another story. He's still young. Was he 21? He's still young. We have to obviously still trust him and we have to still believe in him. We always believe in our young players, of course, guys. That is what we do at Manchester United at the end of the day. But you know what? One thing we have to say is that, good luck to Rasmus. I hope he improves. It's not easy. Man United do need another striker in there. Man United do need another experienced striker in there. I was saying it during the summer. I was saying in the summer, Man United need a new striker. I was banging the drum. Man United need an experienced striker. Man United need a striker to come in because we don't have an experienced striker. And you know what? It's becoming evident. Rangers at Old Trafford, yes, on Thursday, and that is a difficult game as well, of course. Glasgow Rangers is a British derby. Those who don't know, it's quite a big derby, of course. Glasgow Rangers are Sir Alex Ferguson's team. Sir Alex Ferguson supports Glasgow Rangers. So, yeah, you know, it is his team. And Glasgow Rangers is a British derby, so it will be a difficult game. Glasgow Rangers will be up for this game. They will be ready to pounce. Any mistakes we make, Glasgow Rangers will be ready to pounce. But Man United should put them to the sword. Man United should really beat Brighton. But you know what? At the moment, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what Man United teams are going to happen? You know, we never know, of course, guys. Abdullah, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're good, brother. Randall Kola Mawani's lunch event is currently blocked. PSG has succeeded in limit for loaning players. The clubs are looking for alternative solution, which means that they cannot get rid of him. Because if that means that PSG have reached their quota, that means they can't loan him out. That means no one's going to get him. So what they're going to have to do, that means they're going to have to sell him with an obligation to buy it, something like that. Or, you know, something along those lines. But then they can't do that because then they're going to have to loan him, isn't it? So, look, they're in a bit of a pickle. They're going to have to get rid of one of the loans. So, you know what? Good luck to them. I don't think Man United are in for that deal anymore anyway. I think that ship sailed in regards to that. And you know what? I like the player. I would have loved to play at Man United because at the moment, we ain't really got anyone. When we look at it, guys, we ain't really got anyone there, of course, guys. So, at the end of the day, wow, Abdullah, big up Abdullah. Madness, isn't it? Madness. I still need the red sharp jerseys, Mr. Sal. That jersey is priceless. This one here, I've had since I was young. I've got loads of Man United jerseys in London. I've got to get them. Hence, I don't wear Man United jerseys. When I get them from London, I'll bring them in and I'm going to wear one, guys. And I'll do a little competition for you guys. Yeah, I'll do a little competition. SLD, what's going on? Businessman, yeah, got to do it sometimes. Sometimes you got to dress smart, guys, when you go out, you know, at the end of the day. I look like a tractor boy. A little tractor boy. That's what I look like at the moment, guys. I look like the tractor boy. Well, I'm all over the place today, guys. You know what I did when I opened the stream today? I opened the wrong stream. I prepare my streams early, and I opened up the wrong stream. I opened up the watch-along, and people still tuned in. Goodness me. The game's on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I made a big mistake. I made a big kerfuffle, guys. Oh, hey, it's at the end of the day, crazy one there, guys. Absolutely. But yeah, no, you know what? Man United, you know what, had a great result against Southampton. We could have easily lost that game, you know, and it would have been, you know, there's still negativity going around in the fan base at the moment. There's still obviously pessimistic people around. I was just pleased we won the game. I was really happy we won the game. And I've seen a superstar born in AMAD. And you know what? Hopefully AMAD can continue and improve. Because you know what? None of these players have made it yet. This is the problem with a lot of our players. And I think it was mentioned earlier on, is that none of these players have made it yet at Manchester United. None of these players are at that level yet. You know, and we, you know, as well as they're doing, we can't get over giddy. We can't get over, pessimistic in regards to it as well. It works both ways. We have to just hope they do well and we have to support them. Ahmed's one piece of a jigsaw, right? And Man United are missing a lot of pieces in this jigsaw at the moment. Ineos need to back Ruben Amorim. I'm looking at Ruben Amorim and I'm looking at him and the guy looks stressed out, guys. He looks stressed out. Absolutely looks stressed out. Absolutely, guys. Definitely. Let's get this in anyway. Let me get some more of Ruben Amorim's quotes in, guys. At the end of the day, let me just get this in. So just to get some more. Let me just get this in, guys. Bear me a second. I'm going to get this in for you guys. I'm going to get this in. I'm going to get it in later. 1 second. I'll get it in. I'll get it in for you guys. Just bear me a second. That's playing up at the moment. But anyway, I'll get that in a minute. Ahmed to break the number 7 curse. Rip that shirt off Mason Bauer. It's absolutely SLD. Spot on, SLD. Spot on. He needs to take that jersey back because you know what? That jersey, that number 7 jersey has been put through the mud over the years. Put through the mud over the years, guys. And you know what? We need to get some respect back on that jersey. We need to get some respect back on that jersey, guys. Absolutely. You know, because I'm looking at that jersey and I haven't seen a decent, you know, number 7 for a while now. You know what I mean? For a while, since, what was it, Cristiano Ronaldo was the last one we had at the end of the day. You know, yeah, we need to be honest with you, we need to do a lot better. Here we go, guys.
Ruben, you just game gone just then. You came out early for the second half. Has there been a case yet or a game yet where you've got angry with the players at halftime, or you've had to get angry with them?
No, I think the best thing to help the players is to be calm. Try to explain what we need to change. Then we'll have time to be angry with them. I think, and I said that today, of course, we didn't play well. First half, we suffered a lot, but I felt some players tired. And when they are tired and trying, I have the responsibility to try to help them, sometimes to change them. And that is my part. So I came before the team because I had Anthony and I wanted to explain the situation of Anthony, what I need from Anthony to go inside of the pitch. That was the only reason.
And just on Anthony, there's some speculation that he could leave on loan this month. Do you expect to keep him? Do you want to keep him?
Like I said, I want to keep my players. I'm focused on these players. I don't know what will going to happen this window. We'll.
So there you go, guys. He doesn't know what's going to happen this window. Obviously, in regards to Anthony, you know what? Look, you look at Ruben Amorim right now, and you look at he looks a little bit stressed out, doesn't he? And he looks like he looks a little bit let down, in my opinion. If I'm looking at this, you know, from a wider perspective. He looks a bit left out, looks a bit let down, looks a bit stressed out, you know, and to be honest, I don't blame him. You know, he's done remarkably well at Man United so far. And you know what? He's shown great management. And yesterday, he showed brilliant management, in-game management skills, of course, guys. My friends.
See, but he did a good job today.
Hi, Ruben. Because you're coming mid-season with no time to train, do you think this is going to be how it is until the summer now? You know, up, down, good performance, bad performance, until you can get to summer and actually, you know, have some time with it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard until the end of the season. It's going to be a little bit of that roller coaster. Then depend of the time you have to train, and we are still in the cup, and we have UEFA games for Europa League. Then it's important also to focus on next Thursday to win and to try to be in that top 8. In that way, you can take 2 games from the schedule and have full weeks. So we are trying to do everything at the same time. So we had like 7 trainings together in 14, 15 games. So it's really hard, but we have to continue and try to win it. Sometimes playing good, sometimes playing bad. We will try to win games.
Ruben, I sort of appreciate it's probably the most demanding and intense league in world football. But if the club bring the £50 million midfielder to the club, do not expect that he could be able to play every 3 or 4 days. And talking about Agati, is it not a concern that he struggles to play back-to-back games in a tight space of time? Or is it just...
So you see this question here, guys. You see this question in regards to Ugarte. The way they're talking about Ugarte, forgetting that he played against Arsenal, forgetting that, you know what, we went down to 10 men. For 1 hour, we were playing with 10 men, you know, against a referee as well. So we're basically playing 10 against 12, you know, and this is one thing I want to touch on, guys. This is the type of thing these are the type of questions that they try to manipulate. But I'm glad that Ruben Amorim did shut him down here. Absolutely.
And he's going to have to learn to get fit to and adapt to.
The players will get used to that, to do that. I'm trying to be honest with you guys, and I talk about openly about the game, and you are focusing on what I said about Ugarte. Ugarte was tired because he did a great job against Liverpool, against Arsenal. And you see it, maybe if you look at the game of Arsenal, maybe Ugarte and Bruno were the best players. Yeah, were the best players against Liverpool. They didn't play against Newcastle. I think that happened with all the players here in the Premier League. They can play, but they don't play the same way.
It's an adaptation for
I
them,
think
but
so. I think so. And also, it's also my fault because if you lose the timing of the pressure, if I don't explain well, the pressure is always lost in that, and you feel it today. Mateus was with the number 7 was creating a lot of problems for Manu because Manu was running against 2 guys. So it's more my fault than his fault. He's going to get used to play in 3 days.
Ruben, just wondering, you're talking about the number of games that you've got coming up in a relatively short space of time. You also talked about hoping to keep certain players. Is it difficult to prepare for those games in the transfer window, not necessarily knowing who will still be here at the end of the month?
No, of course we have some. They are players of. They are our players, so we have control on that. We decide on that. Sometimes it's harder for the players because they have some informations, and sometimes and you can feel it in every team in any summer. It's like that. So for me, it's harder to prepare the games when we lose. When we win, we can manage everything, expectations, bad mood for some players. So we'll prepare the game in the same way. I'm just focused on the next game.
Ruben, is the lack of time at Carrington one of the reasons why you've struggled a little bit when it comes to set pieces? Because another goal from a corner today, is that something that you want to work on and get better on?
Everything. But today it was it seems like a simple header. So sometimes you are in the moment that everything is against you, but then in the end things change. We managed to win, but of course we need to improve. We play against the best team maybe in the world with set pieces. We did a very good job, and like I explained to your colleague that this season is going to be like that, and we have to improve in all the areas of our game.
Absolutely, yeah. And the season's going to be up and down, guys. And this is one thing that we have to obviously understand, that this season will be up and down. There will be downs. There's going to be more downs. But one thing I don't want the fan base to get too down, because I know that, I was hearing about relegation yesterday. I was hearing about people talking about Amorim out. And, this is not the way to approach it. This is not the way to do it. We've been down this road before, guys. We've done this. We've seen this movie before. We've done this before. We don't want to go through this again. Like, we have to understand the circumstances, the mitigating circumstances around football. We are going to have some pain. Of course we are. We're going to feel some suffering. Of course we are. Ruben Amorim said it. But we have to be strong, because at the end of the day, we will be ready next season, guys. Mark my words. I believe that Ruben Amorim will take us far. We will take us far. The bad apples will drop from the tree. And you know what? The good apples will stay. And, we can build a team around these players. Now, it's very important that Man United keep our good players. Unless we get astronomical amount of money for these players, it's very important that we keep them. The likes of Garnacho, the likes of Mainu, these type of players, we need to keep them, of course, guys. Sal, who convinced you more as potentially having a better future, Garnacho or AMAD? Who has convinced you more as potential? I don't know, Matata, because Matata, you know what? That is a good question. You know what? I would say that. But I don't know, because I've seen players like Ansu Fati, Fatu for Barcelona, become an absolutely amazing player, brilliant player, but then fade away. I can't predict that. I know players like Ravel Morrison who great potential at Man United, but never reached that level. There are players out there, who have had great potential and started so well, but then just sort of fade away. So it depends. And then there are players that start slowly and then get better as they get along, So time will tell. Time will tell. Time's an education, at the end of the day. And we'll have to wait and see who becomes better. But one thing I do hope that they both become great. I hope they both become brilliant. I hope there's Giggs and Scholes. I hope it's Giggs and Beckham. That's what I hope. At the end of the day, that's what I want, because I know the levels that Man United need. I know the levels that Man United had. Ahmad's been brilliant this season. Garnacho's been brilliant previous season. Garnacho scored one of the greatest goals I've ever seen at Everton. He's a Puskas Award winner. He won the Puskas Award. He was in the top 5 young players, young teenagers in Europe. You know, and he's got 13 goals and assists this season. And you know what? At the end of the day, that doesn't mean that he's better than Ahmad. It doesn't mean, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean because Ahmad scored a hat-trick yesterday, he's better. Look, we can like one player. We can say, you know what? I like Ahmad. Doesn't mean we have to hate Garnacho. You can like, you know, Rasmus Hojlund. Doesn't mean you have to hate Bruno. You know, you can like, you know, Maguire. Doesn't mean you have to hate Euro. It's about time we understand that this is all about Manchester United. As a football team, this is what it's all about. It is about Manchester United. It's about Man United, the club, the badge, the crest. That is what it's all about, guys, at the end of the day. Matata, Sal, what's your stance on Hojlund after watching him last night? One thing I would say, Matata, I feel sorry for Hojlund because Hojlund is not playing as well as he did last season. And you know what? One thing I would say is that I would be happy if Man United managed to get a loan deal for Rasmus Hojlund. Maybe go to Germany, maybe go to Italy, get a loan deal. We can learn a little bit more. It is very difficult in this Manchester United team at the moment to really perform as a striker. It's a graveyard shift up there at the end of the day. So we can't really blame him for all the wrongdoings, what's going on. But what we can say is that, and you know what? I've spoken to Rasmus Hojlund online. I have, sorry. I'm not going to expose what I said to him, but I said to him and he responded. I said to him, Rasmus, when you have an opportunity, mate, get the ball. Be greedy a little bit. Be greedy a little bit. Grab the ball from midfield, run with the ball. Take initiative on the ball, you know, and try and shoot sometimes. Because you know what? You're a great player. You're a great player and you can become a great player. You know, he needs to be a little bit more greedy, but you know what? It's not working out at the moment. The performances have been poor. I know that. I'm not delusional, you know. So I would say that, you know what? I would tell Rasmus Hojlund, maybe go on loan, maybe find out. But Man United don't have enough attackers. Who are we going to get? We got Xerxes as a striker. That's it. Who else are we going to get? We're going to get someone from the youth. We're going to get Wheatley from the youth. What are we going to do? Because you know what? We ain't got no strikers. Ruben Amorim needs to be backed. The most important thing in regards to Ruben Amorim, he needs to be backed, guys. He needs to be backed and he needs to have his own players in there. He needs to have his own players in there, guys. Absolutely, absolutely gospel, of course, guys. But yeah, look, you know what? Whatever happens, I support what Ruben Amorim wants to do. I support what Ruben Amorim wants to do. Whoever he wants to get rid of, as long as it's not pushed by Ineos or pushed by the Glazers, I'm happy. As long as it is Ruben Amorim's choice. Because I only want Ruben Amorim to succeed and Manchester United to succeed. You know, I'm backing this manager. I'm no player FC. I mean, I have no affiliation with these players. At the end of the day, the only affiliation I have is that they play for the club I love. You know, so I hope that, you know, the right decisions are made and Man United in the future will be successful. That's all I care. I don't wish bad on any of these players. I really don't. Euro played badly yesterday. That's not his fault. Ahmad is not a right wing back. Created space on Euro's side, which caused him a lot of problems in regards to the road runner on the left for Southampton. You know? Sal, do you think Amorim is getting wrong with his lineup, but then makes good subs? Matata, no, because he played a similar lineup against Liverpool and Arsenal and it proved to be right. The only difference was Bayindir and Euro. They're the only differences. The rest was the same, really. It's the same personnel. At the end of the day, he did say after the Arsenal game that he wants to see the same commitment against Southampton. He wants to see the same, you know, performance against the lower teams in the Premier League, so to speak. It didn't work. Those players didn't play well. But you know what? Let's get it straight. Ruben Amorim has been here, what, 2 months? 2 months. You know, and trying to implement a style of play, a unique style of play as well. So he can't really do everything, can he, at the end of the day, you know? Napoli want everything cheap. Yeah, GK, we're not going to fall for that one. Absolutely not. And at the end of the day, look, if Napoli want our players, let me give you an example. If Garnacho was playing for Napoli, how much would he go for? Let's be honest, guys. Let's be real about this. If Garnacho was playing for Napoli, how much would he go for? Tell me, how much do you think he'll go for, guys? I think it'll be a lot more than 50 million. I think it'll be a lot more than that. Absolutely. Definitely a lot more than 50 million, guys, I feel. You know? Thank you so much, GK. There you go. That is how much he's worth. He's 20 years old. He's a Puskas winner, an Argentinian international, top 5 young players in Europe, rated by FIFA and UEFA. You know what I mean? And we want to send him for 50 million. Mason Mount went for 55 million. Mason Mount went for 55 million. And you know what? We want to sell him for 50. It's unreal. If that happens, you know what? For crying out loud, you know, we deserve what we get, to be honest with you. Sal, would you sell Garnacho if no, exactly what I've been talking about. No, because he's worth more than that, Matata. If he was playing for Brighton, if he was playing for Napoli, whoever is playing around, look, Jared Branthwaite has achieved nothing in football. Is going for 65 million. There's players who've signed for Aston Villa, right? And teams like that who've gone for more. Do you know what I mean? Lucky seeing what's going on, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Alejandro was sold for 53.3 to Napoli. Once sold. No, it's not going to happen for that much, my friend. Absolutely. Get Brian Mbeumo. He's not as good as a Garnacho, mate. Lucky Singh, he's not as good as Garnacho. You want to think that Mbeumo's good as Garnacho? He's not. And Mbeumo's 25, 26 years old. Garnacho's 19, 20. You know, and we, you know, he's playing for Brentford. Garnacho's the Puskas winner. What's Mbeumo? And Mbeumo's just playing for... Look, let me tell you something about this. And Mbeumo's playing well for Brighton because there's no pressure at Brighton. There's no pressure at Brighton. You know, if Garnacho could play for Brighton, Garnacho could play for Brentford, you know what I mean? Garnacho could play for Brentford, and it would be easy for Garnacho because there's no pressure. The Man United shirt weighs heavy. It's different. You know, so if when Mbeumo came to Man United, you'll see a different Mbeumo. You'll see a different Mbeumo. You see what is going on with Mbeumo. I just think Napoli and Chelsea have attempted to reassurance over Orlando Garnacho's attitude as part of their homework on him. Well, you know what they need to do? Reassurance on their price tag. That's what they need to do. They need to put in some money. They need to show the money up front and quit talking. That's what they need to do. Big up Abdullah. Absolutely. Much more expensive than him. Yeah. I want Victor Osimhen. I've been a fan of Victor Osimhen for a very long time, Lucky Singh, as you know, and I think that he'd be brilliant at Manchester United. Haven't heard much about him in the last couple of days, of course, guys. Haven't heard much about Victor Osimhen, but you know what? I would love him at Man United. I really would. If Arsenal get Sesko, I'm going to be devastated because Sesko's another player I want. I think Sesko's a good player. I do believe that. But if Arsenal get him, we have to get Osimhen or Gutierrez. Manchester United do have a gentleman's agreement with Gutierrez. So that is interesting. So Man United could get Gutierrez in the summer. It could happen. Considering we have a gentleman's agreement with Gutierrez, it does make it a bit more interesting, isn't it? At the end of the day. Matata, Sal, Bollywood actor Saif Ali Khan was attacked with a knife at his home yesterday. Yeah, I heard about it, Matata. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Why was he attacked? Why? Can someone tell me, Matata, why was Saif Ali Khan attacked? Legendary actor, by the way. Saif Ali Khan is a Bollywood actor, guys. By the way, just to let you guys know. Victor Osimhen is the guy we need and on contact respectives. He is a good guy. He's a good player, absolutely. Gutierrez, but I have a feeling we're going to get Gutierrez, guys. I have a feeling we're going to get Gutierrez. I think in the summer, Man United will get Gutierrez. I think we already have a gentleman's agreement with Gutierrez and his entourage. I believe that will happen, guys. You heard it here. You heard it here. It will happen, guys. I believe that will happen. I think Man United will get Gutierrez, guys. I really do believe that. Absolutely. And you know what? Lots of players will leave. Some players will leave who we don't want to leave. But it doesn't matter, does it? Because all that matters is that what Ruben Amorim wants and what's good for the football club. That's what we want. You know, we don't want to sell players just because we want to become a selling club. We're not Everton. You know, we should go away from that. We've never been that team. We've never been Everton. We're not Everton. We've never been that team to sell young players. Imagine in the 90s, we sold Paul Scholes, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs. Imagine we did that in the 90s. We wouldn't have any of the success that we had, isn't it? Imagine we sold George Best all those years ago. You know, we don't do that at Man United. That's not what we're about. And this is the one thing it is. If Garnacho openly said, I want to leave the football club, that's a different story. But I'm not seeing that. Until I hear that, then I'm going to say, well, you know what? He wants to leave, let him leave. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. That's what I would say, you know, but nothing has been said about that. GK, Napoli asked 180 for back then. Absolutely. There you go, GK. And then they want to pay 50 million for Garnacho. Guys, if Garnacho went to Napoli, he would score 25 goals plus. Trust me. The Italian league is slow. It's not what it used to be. If he went to Napoli, he would score bags of goals, guys. He would score bags of goals for Napoli. Absolutely. I'm convinced of that. I'm convinced he would. He would score loads of goals for Napoli. And we would be here going, oh, no, we shouldn't have sold Garnacho. We shouldn't have done that. Damn, darn it. I want us to contact representatives of Osman, of course. Yeah, me too. But we'll have to wait and see. It looks like Lucky Singh. How you doing, by the way, Lucky Singh? It's good to see you, mate. I hope you're doing well. It looks like that Man United will look at Osman in the summer. It doesn't look like it's going to happen now. He's on loan at Galatasaray, of course. But Man United are also looking at Gutierrez and having a gentleman's agreement with Gutierrez at the moment, of course. So that is interesting. That is to play by ear. Keep tuning into Stretford Post. I'm going to get the latest news in regards to that. Sal, the Indian government wants to put fear into minority Muslims and also divert attention from their anti-incumbencies. You know what? One thing I'll say, man, wasn't it Muslims who built Bollywood? Correct me if I'm wrong, Matata. Wasn't it them who built Bollywood? You know, wasn't it them who built the Taj Mahal? You know, why are they attacked? I mean, they got to stop this. They got to stop this. Stop the hatred, guys. Unity, and, you know, unity brings power. You're all the same people, you know, at the end of the day. You know, that's what we say. Unity brings power. Like I say, tell what project, what we're doing. What are we doing? Tell what project, what are we doing? The lucky thing, at the moment, Man United are under Ineos. And at the moment, Ineos are not impressing me at the moment with what they're doing in regards to transfers. Man United are looking at loans with obligations to buy it. You know what? At the moment, they're struggling to get rid of Marcus Rashford. You know, Marcus Rashford looks like he's not going to AC Milan now. It looks like AC Milan have turned their attentions to Kyle Walker. You know, so, you know, this is not good. You know, Man United can't even get rid of players. Look, I'm not entirely blaming Ineos and Ineos for Marcus Rashford not leaving, because I know that he wasn't given that contract from Ineos. He was given it from Murto and Woodward and the Glazers. But at the end of the day, they came into this football club, you know, we can do this, we can do that. You know what? Barada, Wilcox, Vavell, all these people thinking they can do the business. You know, and they're struggling to even sell players at the moment. You know, and we're just here with this negativity talking about, oh, you know, why did he sub Ugarte and stuff like that? With Man United, the most important thing that Man United need right now is Man United need signings, guys. They need signings. Yes, absolutely, Sal. The Mughals did great for India while the colonial powers looted India for 200 years. Look, you know what, guys? People don't know this about me. I'm a mixed race guy. I'm a mixed race guy, right? I have Desi in me. You know, at the end of the day, look. So one thing I would say is that, you know, what I would say is that the hatred in India is getting a bit out of hand, isn't it? You know, and people need to stop that hatred. Really, they need to stop it. And you know what? Because at the end of the day, they're not that people. They're not them guys. At the end of the day, let's be honest. They're not them people. You know, at the end of the day, they're not them people, and they should just stop. You know, because it's just going to get messy. And that's what I say: love, peace, prosperity. That is what we should have at the end of the day in the world, of course, guys. I am from Mumbai. Some people like bigot, but not all. I believe in peace. Me too, GK. Peace. And we all the same people, GK. Me, you, every one of us are the same. We're the same. We're human beings at the end of the day. We're all human beings. Why are we fighting? It's divide and conquer. Governments divide to conquer. That's what they do. That's what Great Britain did to Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh all those years ago. They divided you. They divided you so that you will fight for the rest of your history. And you will always be divided, because India, when it was one, was very, very powerful. You know what I mean? And that is what it is. And these people, you know, have divided the country. They went to World War II, left the country to fight for itself. Divide and conquer. Rashford agent needs to spoke to by Napoli, getting a move. I would love Rashford to go instead. Absolutely. Big up Lucky Singh. Big up Lucky Singh. So we are playing Leicester on Friday, Feb in FA Cup. Lovely. Friday. Big up Lumen, by the way. Friday is all right for me. I would go for Friday. That would be great. Yeah, brilliant. Man United should win that game. It'd be good. It would be good for to see Ruud van Nistelrooy back. It would be good to see Ruud van Nistelrooy back at Old Trafford. It's going to be an emotional game, Ruud back at Old Trafford. It's going to be a little bit awkward between Ruud and Ruben Amorim, of course, as well. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to that game. I am. I'm looking forward to seeing Ruud back. But hopefully Ruud doesn't get the result this time. We have had good results against Leicester. Ruud twice, isn't it? So there you go. Well said. Big up, Lumen. Absolutely. I believe in peace. I believe in prosperity. At the end of the day, you know what? People in India who are the same, at the end of the day, the same. They have the same accent, the same languages. We understand each other, listen to the same music. And you know what? They're fighting. They're fighting for decades, for centuries. They're fighting. Why? Because Britain came along and went, this is our land now. We're going to fix your problems. But there's no problems. No, but we're going to fix your problems anyway. That's what we're going to do. Sal, you're taking on it. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Lumen. Best of luck to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on being appointed the new manager of Turkish club Besiktas. Of course, really, really excited for him, really chuffed for him, really happy for him. And I hope he succeeds, guys. I really do hope he succeeds. Best of luck to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's been a while, hasn't it? He hasn't had a job, has he? It's been a while. He hasn't had a job. So there you go. GK. Chelsea wants everything upcoming things. They are like the rich kid who want a brand new car and even don't know how to use it. Spot on, GK. Spot on. And at the end of the day, they spent over $1 billion in literally less than a year, isn't it? $1 billion. Of course they're going to do good. They're not doing great, but you know what? Of course they're going to do good. Better than us if they're spending that money at the end of the day. Should we loan Sabitzer and Weghorst again? Looks like they're doing deals. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't be surprised, SLD. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my God. I mean, I don't mind Sabitzer. I think Sabitzer's not a bad player, to be honest with you. But you know what? Weghorst was, he was a horse. That's what in his name, Weghorst. Lumen, Sal, will Ole raid some Deadwoods? You know what? That would be great. I would love to see Rasmus Hojlund go on loan to Besiktas. I would love to see Harry Amas go on loan to Besiktas. That'd be good, innit? It'd be good for the development. The Turkish league's not an easy league. It is a difficult league. It is a difficult league, And to be honest with you, I would try that. I would try that. If I was only going to Solskjaer, I would try and get a loan deals done and stuff like that. Definitely from Man United, I would definitely try and do that. If I was only going to Solskjaer, absolutely try and get some loan deals done and stuff. Guys, it's been a great show. Sorry about the confusion earlier. I clicked the wrong stream, of course, and it went to another stream. Sal, will we do panic buys on the deadline day? Don't be surprised, Lumen. Don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. Don't be surprised if Man United do a panic loan. Man United get some loan from somewhere, like we've done in the past. Absolutely. Rashford tried to ask for Red Bull Club. Rashford's waiting for Barcelona, like he's saying. Rashford is waiting for Barcelona. Barcelona are trying to get rid of Ansu Fati, and Rashford is waiting for them. That's what's happening at the moment. But Barcelona are confused, are conflicted on what to do, of course. Big up, Lumen. Thank you so much. Love you, brother. Thank you very much, man. Guys, take it easy, guys. Have a great evening. You know what? I'll see you in the morning. And you know what? Break of dawning is in the morning, of course, guys. Glory to Man United. It is match day weekend, of course. I'll be doing my match preview tomorrow, guys. Have a fantastic day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox. Take it easy, guys. Peace.